Well, success does make you more conservative. That is true. But now when I look back, I often wonder, I feel like, would I have had the guts to take that up today? You know, because at that point, there was nothing to lose. I was like, here's a chance to work with Karan Johar, who I had grown up watching, and just being directed by him, I'm like, I have so much to learn. So when I set out, it was like, I was constantly learning. But I like what you said. I like that you said there are no small parts. And I feel like I've actually made some of my most memorable work from roles that have been not much of screen time, be it Preeti, which people still remember, or Sher Shah. They've been performances. Dimple from Sher Shah, I mean, I still get recognized by those roles. I still have people coming up to me and talking to me about those films, even though I've done so much other work, which even though that's been appreciated, but the way these have been appreciated and these characters have gone on to kind of, you know, I mean, it's sometimes I feel I'm like, okay, now I have to make the next one go past this. So the next time I go meet people, I want them to talk about the last film I did, not like the one I did 5 years ago. But I feel like that's when I realized that it's how impactful you are in those parts. It's not about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes of screen time. It's what you can do with that character. And if I can, in a way, okay, for lack of a better word, the word immortalize a character is coming in my mind, but I don't mean to use that word. But for lack of a better word, if I can kind of make that character larger than life and reach you in your homes and kind of you go back with these characters, then I feel like there's something I've done right in these parts. And maybe that's also because I feel like, you know, as an actor, I feel whatever screen time you have or whatever that part is, you have to make it the damn best part of the film. You just have to make it feel like, man, what just happened, you know? Even if I always look at, when I watch a movie, I'm like, I hope this scene stays with them. I hope, you know, that climax, that moment, that's her moment. Now, how am I going to, I have to nail that part. And I think that's just how I've approached every part that I've played.
But are you less of a risk taker today?
I'm trying not to be. I'm trying to be as, you know, I'm trying to be as raw and as unaffected as I was before all the success came in. I'm trying to still approach the parts with, it's very difficult, but it's very difficult because people have certain expectations from you and you're constantly trying to live up to those expectations as well. Because I feel now they're rooting for you. They want to see more. They want you to, you know, they want you to try different roles, to see what is she going to do that's not expected of her. And somewhere in my journey, I think even the last couple of roles that I've taken up, and let's talk about, say, post Kabir Singh in that year, since that was the year that made me taste a little bit of success. I think the films I took up after that were quite risky in terms of a mainstream commercial heroine. I did Guilty at a time when nobody was looking at the OTT platform. It was much before the pandemic. It was a film that I believed in. It was a subject that I wanted to talk about. And it was a film that honestly gave me the most satisfaction as an actor. I just felt like this was perhaps my most challenging part. And till date, I feel like I've learned so much, that I take so much from that learning into all the other films that I've, you know, been working on. Thereafter, even in the commercial space, I pushed myself to look at parts which had something to, you know, to leave the audience with a certain thought, a certain perspective. Whether it was Good News and talking about IVF, or whether it was Jug Jug Jio and talking about like a tabooed subject like divorce, or very recently Satya Prem Ki Katha on consent. I felt like these were parts I wanted to take to kind of empower and bring that voice, you know, and that needed to be heard. So I feel I am still, the risks are now a little different. I'm trying to meet risk with commercial. I'm trying to take those risks and get a larger audience. And maybe that's challenging as well. But it's exciting. It's exciting.